Hello everybody, so here we are, we're on week 5, that's what I'm calling it anyway, I'm calling it week 5 of the lockdown. So we're on page 102 of our maths book this morning, and we're covering area today, right? So area is, after having the kind of heavy chapter of the last week, it's nice to maybe do something a little bit more relaxed, okay? So area is the name that we give to the amount of space covered by a 2D shape. Okay, so it's like a 2D shape might be carpet and we put it down onto the floor. So that's the area, the space that it takes up. All right, okay. So we use square centimeters. So the squared is the 2 in the corner there. Square centimeters to measure small areas. So like, let's say, the size of the TV would be centimeters, okay, squared. Whereas if we're dealing with a bigger space like a bedroom there, we're talking about meters squared. So squared just means it's a meter here, a meter here, a meter here, a meter here. It's like a square, basically. So a meter squared, and that is a centimeter, a centimeter, a centimeter, a centimeter. All right, so I suppose question 1 is only asking you really which one would you use, centimeter squared or meter squared, to measure the following things. Okay, so would you measure the area in the following in centimeter squared or meter squared? Okay, so remember the meter is the bigger one. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So 1A, so that's your maths book. Okay, so do you think you'd use a meter? Bear in mind now what a meter is. So you're probably about 1.5 meters at this stage, or a meter and a bit. God, I don't even know what I am, but I'm definitely not 2 meters anyway. I'm not that big. But so think that's what a meter is. About half of you is a meter. So would you use meters to measure your math book, or would you use centimeters? That's right, you'd use centimeters. Centimeters squared, okay? The next one is the remote control. Which would you use? Meter squared or centimeter squared? I think you all know it's small enough to use centimeters squared. Okay, now then we get on to a garden like this. So we've got a pond, we've got a garden area, we've got flowers and shrubs. Do you think you'd use centimeters for that? Do you think you go around with your little ruler for that, or would you use meters to measure it? You'd use meters, exactly. Now I'm going to let you work on the rest of them. There's a swimming pool, there's a rocket, there's a skateboard, there's all different things there. So you work away and just write down whether it's meter squared or centimeter squared you would use for that question. Now, stop the video if you want and do that, and then come back to me for question 2. So right, on question 2, here we actually have the centimeter squared done out for us. Okay, so they're actually on squared paper. And that makes life a lot easier for us because all we need to do is count the squares. So it says here, what is the area of each shape? Okay, so each square like that represents 1 centimeter squared. So let's look at the example. It already gives you the answer, but I'm just going to talk you through if you didn't know the answer. So basically each square is 1 centimeter squared. So here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the answer is 9 centimeters squared. Now, please, nobody forget to put the squared there, because that's what area is. If you don't have the square up, it means you haven't got the right answer. All right. Now let's look at A. So A here has, I'm going to do it with you. We're just literally, we know that each centimeter is 1 cent. We know that each square is 1 centimeter squared. So we're just going to count them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So what is the area of that shape in A? Exactly. It is, did we count 16? Was it 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 centimeters squared? All right. Now, what I want you to do, the rest of the page, is just to continue on with that. Now, just to count them. Now, there are some funny ones here. Here is a funny one here where we've got half a shape and half a shape. What do you think we'd do in that situation? Yes, we would add those together to make 1 square. All right, and we would add those 2 together to make 1 square. And the same down here. If you look at this shape, it's a bit of an irregular shape. So we would add up the 2 halves there to make 1 square. So count all the other squares and then do those ones at the end. So guys, off you go with that. See how you get on. Talk to you soon. Bye.